This week you are reading Chapter 1 in the textbook, The Collision of Cultures in the 16th Century. And this chapter deals with Native American societies before the arrival of Europeans, and then it explains why Europeans came to the Americas, particularly the Spanish, and how the Spanish expanded in the area and what that meant to Native Americans. The chapter begins with an explanation of how Native Americans arrived in North America as they walked here from Russia during the Ice Age. And Native Americans then spread through North, Central, and South America, creating hundreds and hundreds of different cultures and languages. The textbook describes the Aztec culture and the Incan culture, as well as many of the major cultural groups of North America. It then proceeds to describe the Spanish arrival and conquest in Central and South America. So on this map, we can see here the Inca Empire in what is now Mexico. The Aztec Empire in what is now Mexico, and the Inca Empire here along the west coast of South America. The Spanish arrived, and by 1521 they had conquered much of the Aztec Empire. They soon conquered the Incan Empire, and they would expand into these orange areas. And while the Spanish were expanding there, the Portuguese were expanding over here on the eastern side of South America. The textbook also describes the Columbian Exchange, which was an exchange of plants and animals and diseases between what was called the the old world over here in Europe and what was the new world in the Americas. And notably, old world and new world, those terms are from the European perspective. Europeans knew of Europe. It felt like the old world to them, and they had just learned about the Americas, and that felt like the new world. If we were to describe it from the Native American perspective, of course, it would be the opposite. And finally, the chapter concludes with the description of the arrival of other European nations as they begin to expand into the Americas, including the French, the English, and the Dutch. So, have a good week.